Hi everybody, Mick here. So this is just for the members. This isn't going to get seen by the public, so I decided to give you, because it's a filthy day and Storm Burt's here, a members video. So as I'm getting there with the man cave, still not 100% yet, I thought I'd give you a guided tour on what I can do, or what you can do, with a small space. So this is a little box room, okay, which I use for the office, the man cave. I do a few videos from here, and this is where I store majority of my kit. So I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough and a talk through. Just thought you might find it a bit interesting. So obviously there we have the station. That is the chair that I got from the neighbour that was being thrown out. Quite comfy. And Kaz gets to sit here on a Sunday, and obviously I sit there. There's the computer. Lovely bit of kit that Kiwi built me. Thank you very much, Kiwi. And as you can see, cigarette lighters, yeah, all the usual sort of gubbins you're going to find about this around here. In this corner here, that's my my box of tools, odds and sods, you know, the sort of thing that you need for doing projects, coming up with stuff, doing bits and pieces, heavy sewing gear and stuff like that. That all lives in there. And this table, this is what I call my GoPro table. So in there I call my GoPro bits and pieces. Socks and gloves, make what you will of that. That's my response board, so that goes in my vehicle in the front to be seen. There's also one on the rear so that police, rescue groups and other organisations can recognise who we are when we're out doing our thing. Up above, yeah, odds and sods, chargers, charger packs, power backs, Vaseline for projects, and then my meds. Oh, the meds of doom. And then again, as you can see, there's a few meds, pens, all the usual sort of gubbins you're going to keep in a location like that. Obviously, windowsill. The windowsill's a great place for dumping kit. And again, in the summer, didn't want too much light coming through, so that blind is pretty much just a cheap Temu cam net threaded on a bit of paracord. Does the job for me. It just mellows the light out. I can see what's going on outside without actually having to see. So the bit that you are interested in, I expect, is more over this sort of side, because you're not going to be able to see this so much on a Sunday now. So we'll start at the top. It's up there, tentage. Okay, so that's where I keep my tentage and things like my Trangia. So that lives up there. Coming down on the top shelf, I've just got a few cans of brews and bits and pieces up there, and some stout for a later project. Pushed right up the back there, as far from me as humanly possible, there is a bow drill set. Obviously hats, bits and pieces like that. Owen brought him back from the woods. Next shelf down, first aid kit lives there. Go pack lives there. Easy to grab if I need it. And then obviously in there, I've got some of the stove sets and cook systems that I use. Coming down, a few more stove sets, smaller cook systems, meth stoves, things like that, and the fuel for everything of various fuels are at the back there. As you can see, there's a couple of pots, MSR in there and what have you. Then below that, again, for a project that I'm running at the moment, but I've also got a gas cooker, spare gas at the back, porta power, power bank. Another project there, and then underneath that I just keep some resources. So there's things like fat wood in there, my axes, some tin goods down there for emergencies. Now, so that box there is my kitchen. That's when we do the camps, and that's what I put all the kitchen gear in, haul it out with. Again, there's a crate there that's got some tin goods in it, and I've got my spare water containers in there. They live under there. Bit you're all used to seeing. So obviously we've got the whiteboard there, some ideas for Sunday, and basically what I do now is I just stick a few notes up there that I'm going through the week, bits that I want to bring up, people might want me to mention. Looking above it, sign that used to be above my office door that's been modified slightly because I think the word officer gives the wrong impression, so I've changed that to training areas and ranges geezer, which is how I'd rather be known. And that there is the patch from my old bike club. Below that, a couple of pill hooks. Got a pick helve there. Anybody that's been in the forces, probably knows what pickel's for. That's actually me up there with AK-47. Yeah, it's a 47. 7.62 by 39 on a range practicing and giving a great demonstration of chicken winging technique, which was well. And next to that's my old dad. Yeah, hi Dad. Coming over here, yeah, you all know about that. That's me leading the ride in with Jace up at one of the protests. No trespassing sign. Selection of knives and odds and sods there. Now this, I'm sort of keeping it now to go-to bits for camps. The idea of it is really so that I can come in here, take something off a shelf, work out what I want to take with me, and try and give you guys more interesting footage rather than the same old all the time. There we got Murph the Smurf. Yeah, found him. Very first day I went out to do my very first video, he was laying on the road behind the car. So I picked him up and he became a bit of a mascot ever since. So this is the new bit. This is the new shelving. And where we used to just have everything on hooks on the wall, it's given me the ability to put things away in a manner that means I can grab them and have an ordered place. So in this corner here, there I'll have a combat sling for combat slings. And then somewhere to hang my bungees, okay. My lamp, basic oil lamp, because whenever we have a camp, we do like to have Kent's clock and put a lamp on. Above that basically now is where I store my Bergens, my rucksacks, the bags that I want to use. Some of the other ones that I want to do bits and pieces with, I've put away, and some of the small ones live up there, easy to grab when I want them. So again, it just means I can sit there and go, right, I want the long bag, I'll get the long back out and so on. And that table gives me somewhere to load things up, do things, get organised generally. Now, it's a bit of a pigsty at the moment because I'm still trying to organise it. But the idea being, I'm going to set up the top shelf as ready to go. Now, this is going to be the sort of kit that I might want, not necessarily in a hurry, but I want on a regular basis I carry out with me. So things like lamps, torches, sterile wipes, bank line, okay, things like that, some noodles, some basic scoff for those one-day adventures at the back there, okay, kindling, med packs, bits and pieces, you know, that sort of thing we gather. Nalgene bottles, they live on there. Coming down a bit further, so there we go, we're getting into tarping and camping now. So basically what I've split it up into what I call stay warm, okay. So stay warm is things like underquilts, it's things like blankets, it's things like sleeping bags, also the bivvy bags, and then below that is tarps. That is all tarps and tarp associated kit. And beneath that down there, British Army issue sleeping bag, an American sleeping bag, the Lavu, a Russian bag, the Wooby in its bag. So that all lives down there. And then underneath that is my Outbacker stove, Ridge Monkey water container, drills, because you always need drills, always doing projects, ideas and that. That aqua bag there, that's become a bit of a handy. That I've had that for donkey's years. Used to use it on the motorcycle. It's become old, it's no longer 100% waterproof, but that is where I keep the pellet. Now, anybody that's had wood pellet will tell you the stuff gets everywhere, so I keep it in that now, so it keeps it secure. In there, in the blue box is emergency gear, okay, so that's more sort of survival based and all the rest of it, but that is expedition based equipment. Combat, I think it's an old 58 pattern poncho on top of that. Then we've got the old hot box in there. Hot box is where I keep my ration packs, funny enough, so I keep all my rations, my ball in the bags in that. Then next to that we've got my Dutch oven, and underneath my Dutch oven we've got another wheel along box. That's empty at the moment, but when I do camps I stick the odds and sods that I want, you know, all those little things, the spare knife, the lamp, the bits and pieces, the spare bit of twine, cordage, a spare cup, bits and pieces like that you want to take with you just in case. You might never need, but if you've got it stuck under the bench somewhere and somebody suddenly goes, I ain't got a cup or I ain't got a plate, you've got it with you in there. So that's the idea of that. Under there at the moment, so a project coming up at a later date, which is crayfish net or crayfish trap. So yeah, that's going to be coming up at a later date, because I've got somebody who wants the crayfishes taken out of their pond or reduced. And then we've got this corner here. Now this is the messy corner. So I got my little Timu stove, my kettle, the kettle of joy, brew kit, a couple of souvenirs from my days. This little organiser here, they're cheap to buy. I mean, you can get them for next to nothing. They're absolutely brilliant. That is cleaning cloths, spare spoons, odds and sods. I mean, like that odd peg that you've picked up when you're out camping, you found, somebody's lost, goes in there. And eventually you end up with a set of them. So all those little bits and pieces, they go in there. The motorcycle helmet, backup freezer. Yeah, got to sort that corner out a little bit. And then we've got my jackets. Now my jackets all live up there. That's obviously a wardrobe behind there, so I've got all my posh gear in there from going out, stuff like that. And I just hang my jackets on there, webbing goes on there. That's Kaz's chair. Obviously dumping down at the moment because I'm sorting out my washing. Books, more books. I love to read. Okay. Back of the door, Kit Pimp Smock, which is getting ready to become the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, or one of them. So we come back over here. I've got this shelf. So I've got my Kelly kettle on it. Yeah. And then I've got my books. So I've got ready books there, guides. You know, you're sitting there, somebody says, what about such and such? Ready information. And some of the books that I've got, just in case I need to check, SAS Survival Guide, The Wilderness Survival Guide, Joe O'Leary, can recommend that brilliantly. Colin's Guide to Trees, Animals, Animal Tracks, Grains, Beans, Nuts, Foraging Year, the book that I'm writing at the moment, the Ridgeway Guide, Bushcraft 101 for Dave Canterbury, Food for Free, Mushrooms and Toadstool Guide. So that's that on there. Coming down to the next one, a selection of Ordnance Survey maps for various areas I like to explore, everywhere from Wales, Scotland and so on, and including my local areas. I have the Royal Marines Commando Survival Handbook, which is a really good read, full of information, absolutely brilliant. Even for guys like me that think they know it all, it's always nice to see what the new techniques, methods, thoughts and ideologies are. Knowledge to forage, well, I've recommended that 100 times to you guys. And down here, just general reading, really. So we have on there Billy Connolly's story, The Rambling Man, brilliant. World History, absolutely fascinating book, follows the world history. The Autobiography of England, fantastic, really interesting. And then this side is more to do with my other side of my life. So books like Where Eagles Fly, The Shamanic Experience, Earth Medicine, Pagan Feasts, and so on. Okay. And then alongside that, obviously, I keep things like my gaiters. Something you don't see on a lot of channels. There you go, protractor and compass. Always keep those together. Never know when you're going to need them. So, that's a bit of a look around the man cave. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. It's just something for the members only. Gives you something special. Oh, yeah. So, willow seat. My locker. What else is there? Nothing. Nothing else. Yeah, maybe a few odds and sods. Walking sticks live down the back. Kaz's dad's club. Yeah, drying chilies. All the usual sort of thing you'll find in a man cave. Anyhow, guys, have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed that. Mickey out.